There we go. Um, Today's live is gonna be, well, not today's live, today's live, because this is actually the second live I'm going to do today. Um, two lives in one. And let me get into Google Docs. Um, there we go. Here, well, good. Welcome everybody. And yeah, it's just deep work. I didn't know what to put. Um, yeah, I didn't know what to put. How you doing? How you doing, John? Welcome. Welcome to Live, John. I didn't know what to put on the title because I don't know. I wanted to have as much. I don't know. But yeah, on today's live, right now, what I'm going to do is basically just deep work. I have two essays I need to write. Both of them are informal, so it's just two to three pages long. Um, and one, well, I need to finish the draft for at least one because that is due tomorrow. So I want to do exactly that, finish that. Um, so first, because it's not it's not plank. I want it to be a little different, so might as well freaking have a shirt on, cause because plank lives or like that those type of lives, no shirt. Deep work and do homework and all of that, shirt. All right, because I don't know, needs to be a little different. I don't know if I should put it there or here. Maybe here, no? Yeah, so you can see while because if I'm working from here, you won't see my eyes. But yeah, so I need to write. Let me read you the prompt, which I need to write 2 to 3 pages long essay, which is with recent school gun violence in the news, it has everyone asking what can be done. Some states, like Texas, allow the arming of teachers through its voluntary school marshal program. What are the benefits and pitfalls of such legislation? What do you think? Should teachers carry guns in classrooms? That's the prompt for the essay number one, which is it's an informal. She calls it a journal, so it's just 2 to 3 pages long. Hi there. Hi there, hi there. So, what do you guys think of that? Should teachers have carry guns in classrooms? Because I have wrote one for Lamar edit. All right, for sure. Tú dices como que tú. No, la concha su hermana. Tú. Good to know. But yeah, let me read you the only paragraph I have done, which is based on recent, like literally the first line is just copied the prompt, which based on recent school gun violence news, some states like Texas have allowed teachers to carry guns inside schools. Second line. However, some worry about the potential for accidents, misuse, and the psychological impact on students and staff. The question is it worthy to trust teachers with guns near kids? Mm, that's good. And then the start, like the first sentence of the second paragraph is to answer this question there are many different factors to take into consideration. And then and I go like one factor is and I go and explain it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Today's gonna be a weird live because, as I said, I don't know where I said it live. Probably like yesterday. I said I wanted to do a live, which was literally just doing homework, doing work, working. And they're my idea. Let me know what you think of this. It might be weird. It might be weird, but my idea was this is a live of doing work. Uh, do homework. You can do school work. You can do work, or you can do whatever you like. But like focus work. And so therefore, I'm doing that. I'm doing work of some kind. It could be editing. It could be um, homework, it could be something else, but like deep work, focus work, and you guys feel more than welcome to freaking do the same thing. It might, I don't know. It it's gonna feel really weird because in order for me to do focus work, I cannot talk. Like I can, but like that's loses the purpose. So basically, I'm gonna be quiet the whole live, and maybe once in a while, I'm just gonna tell you guys like, hey, what do you guys think of that? Um, yeah. So let's start it. Let's get started. What's up, brother? What's up? What's up? So, based on recent school gun violence news, some states like Texas have allowed teachers to carry guns inside schools. However, many worry about the potential for accidents, misuse, and the psychological impact on students and staff. The question is it worth it to trust teachers with guns near kids? That's good. To answer this question, there are many different factors to take into consideration. One of them is, which one should I go first? The potential accidents? Yeah, the potential accidents that involves having around kids. And then I'm just going to put another idea. It's going to be something along. How can I say it? Students can take a weapon and use it against teachers or other students. This is just going to be an idea for later. All right. One of them is the potential accidents that involve having a gun around kids. Then, like, let me go to ChatGPT. Well, it's actually I use another version of AI. All right. Analyze. Give me a case to support my claim. Case for essay. Give me details. No, give me for an essay. I think that's it. How you doing, brother? How you doing, Melly? All right. All right. What you guys think? Should teachers have guns inside schools? A compelling case you can cite in your essays tragic death of a 2-year-old boy in Fresno, California, who fatally shot himself with a loaded handgun he found in his mother's purse. No. Alright, no. But yes. Now give about gun carried inside us. No. Give me an example about a teacher's gun inside. Cool. How you doing? How much I can huh? To go to Walmart, brother. How you doing? Welcome. A vivid addresses a December 2024 incident in S. Franklin Elementary School in Macon County, North Carolina. Our teacher brought a loaded gun onto campus inside her unattended purse. The weapon was discovered by another staff member, prompting an immediate investigation. The teacher was fired, charged with violence. Give me a case in Texas where teachers can you doing, Fish? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I don't know if you. I think it would be better if you saw the work I'm doing instead of me. No. Let me get my tripod. I don't know. All right. Yeah, I think it would be better if you see the work I'm doing instead of just my beautiful face. Although it's beautiful, and that's you know, what are you doing? Now, I'm writing a 2 to 3 pages long essay about if oh fuck, it's too tall. If teachers should carry guns inside schools. Yes. So but I'm gonna. There we go. So here, goddamn, my bad. Here, three. I think it should be enough. Yeah, I think it should be enough. I got it. All right. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I think that should be good. Let me see how it looks. Hydrox, what was that? What's Hydrox, bro? Let me see how it looks. Alright, yeah. It's a little messy. Let me clean a little bit. My bad. I'm so sorry. So sorry. There we go. Better, right? I think. So therefore it's should move a little. Let's see. Now I feel like it's too. Let's see. Yeah, I guess that's good. All right. Well, you also see it. Okay. All right, so let's go back to the paper here. I know. Concrete Texas inside 2019 incident of the school district, the first district in the state to adopt the Guardian Plan that allows teachers and staff to carry concealed handguns on campuses. In this rule, a teacher's holster a pistol accidentally discharged inside a faculty restroom. All right, I'm gonna cite this. All right. Having a gun around kids. Example of. No, I don't like an example. That's a little too big. That's a little too simple. No? As happened in 2019. As happened 2019. As the incident 2019 at at the Harold Independent School District. Da, da, da. There we go. Now I have this. Alright, okay. Where alright, come on. Which is, and I can, no, I don't, where see, I don't need to put in a teacher's holstered pistol accidental discharge inside a faculty restroom. The bullet struck the toilet. Alright, now that is plagiarism, right? That is plagiarism, so let me, alright, school district, so, where a teacher's gun was fired. Toilet and sending. I like fragments. Fragments flying. Fortune. I don't know how to spell it. Afortunadamente, how you say afortunadamente? La concha, I don't know. Well, I guess. Translate. English is afortunadamente. Fortunately. That was close, no? Fortunately. Yeah, it was pretty close. Fortunately, no kids were present. And no one was injured. Alright. I like however, so I'm gonna read however. Why I already used it. However, I'm gonna use it again. Why not? Because it's my freaking paper. However, alright, I'm gonna discard this. Oh no. However, what's it called? However, person and no one else physically. However, this event changed campus and forced an internal review on the district's carry protocol. There we go. Alright. It's all good. Alright. I could. What's. Oh, goddamn. What was the thing to. No, what was the thing to change? Oh, I could put emojis here. That's insane, bro. No. No. Alright, so it wasn't this. Oh, 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 oh. Hold up. Oh. Because it's now in Spanish. Can I get, well. And focus. Work? No. Focus work as well. How can I? Let me ask Google. How to change a keyword from Spanish to English? Use a keyboard shortcut Windows. Oh, Windows space bar and Shift. Or what else? Windows. Oh, it was these three. No. No. It was two. Alright. I think it was that. So now can I put the... Nope. There we go. Alright, curve protocols. Alright, I'll need this. And use it again. Alright. So that's one, or like, I'm not even finished with this one. However, this event changed the campus and forced an internal review on the district's current protocols. I think it's a solid chapter. I mean, paragraph. I know it's a chapter. What would you say here? We need to add a title, but that's gonna be after. Just so you guys have an idea. That's how we have. We have about like 4 more sentences more in order to finish the one page. So like supposedly, like if I end this paragraph and the other one, alright. However, this event changed the campus and forced an internal review on the district's current protocols. Is just one example of the many hazards that involves carrying a gun, let alone around cruises. Alright, I'm on the chapter, the paragraph there, because I don't have. Another factor would be misuse. The misuse of gun by a teacher. Consideration would be that teachers are also humans. Therefore, they are capable decisions when being overwhelmed. They are capable of not making the right decisions or being overwhelmed. I don't know how to connect it. Another factor would be the misuse of a command by a teacher. Something to take into consideration would be that teachers are also humans. Therefore, they are capable of not making the right decisions when being overwhelmed. Personal, no, experience I have seen. What's another word for a lot? Another word for a lot. For abundant, plentiful, or immeasurable. Abundant. I don't like abundant. Abundante, no? Seen abundant times where teachers have been overwhelmed with their students. Don't behave like a list. Don't behave. Towards teachers. Around, not playing around. And one more example. Don't behave or being disrespectful to our teachers. And what else? What else? Those are being disrespectful towards teachers and are another example, bro. I had like four of them in my head, but don't behave or being disrespectful to our teachers and or or failed on an exam. I think that's no. I don't like this chapter. I mean chapter. What the hell chapter? I don't like this paragraph. Like another factor would be the misuse of a gun by a teacher. Something to take into consideration would be that teachers are also humans. Therefore, they are capable of not making the right decisions when being overwhelmed. In my personal experience, I have seen abundant times where teachers have been overwhelmed with their students. The students don't behave, are being disrespectful towards the teachers, or failed in an exam. I don't like that example. What other example? Or fail an exam. What other example? What other example? Let me take the pills. Well, for now I'm gonna leave it, but just because I don't want to spend too much time on what's it called? On that paragraph, I just want to get it over with because like we need more for on exam. Whatever the case might be, I think whatever the reason might be, the question rises: what if, by being overwhelmed, they use a gun on a student? All right, or I could maybe use another bridge. Would be something along the lines of carrying a gun gives a sense of strength to the user that could anular, ¿cómo se dice anular? Puede anular su juicio. Can cloud your judgment. Can I don't know if that's the right, but I'm gonna put it. I could cloud your judgment and make them do things that without a gun they wouldn't do. Let me copy it and no. I'm just gonna use that for another for another yes, it is. It is hard to type underwater. Like I don't know what else. What whatever the reason might be, the question rises: what if by being overwhelmed they use the gun on a student? All right, now give me the whole thing. Analyze this paragraph and give me a case that I can use to back this about the claim. This claim. Dookie. Let it work. Let's see the comments. By the way, what are you doing, my guy? How you doing, brother? I'm just writing a paper. In it's about. I deleted the thing, but it's basically about if teachers should have guns inside schools, and yeah, and I don't know. Based on recent school gun violence news, some states like Texas have allowed teachers to carry guns inside schools. However, many worry about the potential for accidents, misuse, and the psychological impact on students and staff. The question is it worth it to trust teachers with guns near kids? Yeah, it depends on the teachers, but yeah. Um, and then I use the mis like I mean no, the potential accidents. I used a 2019 incident at the Harrow Independent School District, where well no one was hurt, but like um, uh, a teacher had a gun and he just fired in the middle of the bathroom and he shattered the toilet and it sent fragments of the bathroom of the toilet into many parts of the bathroom. No one was injured, but like that raised the question like, hey, that ain't safe to be around the kids, right? Um, yeah, I thought of the same thing too, but what my family and I were discussing yesterday that, for example, by letting teachers have their own guns, the government is not using the government money to cover that. But if they put like guards or like yeah like guards or like police inside the the schools, the government needs to pay for those. So that's my, well, that's dangerous. It is dangerous. That's where I put it. And yeah, all right. Let me see. A Texas case almost perfectly. In October 2019, incident with the middle school Hill Country. A teacher who being designated as school guardian, Texas labeled for staff authorized to carry a handgun on campus, left a loaded pistol unattended in the faculty workroom. The weapon was discovered only when another adult stumbled across it. No students were hurt, but the labs forced an emergency. Like, I don't like that one. Mm, example, example. Um, Focus on the what if by being overwhelmed. Teachers used gone student. Cause I don't know. I think it would be better. And yeah, the only reason I use ChatGPT or like AI, this is not ChatGPT, but like, is to like get me evidence from the claim standpoint. And I think that's a smart use. But still, they would need to go through some tests for such weapon. Yes, 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 yes. Texas fits the overwhelmed adult with a campus gun. Scenario in the October 2021 shooting at Timberview High School in Arlington. Uh, Shooter to victims an 18-year-old senior, but the key detail for your paragraph is the adult staff did once the fight. Huh? Cyber action teaches Sarah physically separated two fighting students, shoving one against a bookshelf and yelling, I'm done. Just up the meal. Got drawn anyway. Seconds later, Simpkins produced. No. Teachers against students. Like, I don't know. Like, that could work too, but like, I'm looking for something that's specific, but I don't know what. Um, or maybe I'm putting it wrong. Maybe I should just take out the gun because that's too specific. But like, maybe cases where teachers went against students just because being overwhelmed. All right. The real world example in which adult school employee, not a student, drew a weapon during a confrontation with student in the March 2018 incident at Dalton High School, Georgia, with a low certified staff to carry. What happened? What is this case? Or social studies teacher Jesse Randall Davidson, coach, barricaded himself inside his empty classroom after locking the door. When two seniors knocked to ask why Cousin started fired a handgun through an exterior window, the bullets shattered glass, but no one was hit. Tired, I think the campus went into lockdown. The SWAT team eventually arrested him without further shots. Overwhelmed, emotional crisis, police later said Davidson was distraught over personal and job-related stress. This is exactly what I was looking for. That is, um, let me see the. Anyways, mate, I gotta sleep before school for sure, brother. God myself, God bless you, mate. I like your niceness. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Um, yeah, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your opinion. That actually, the guard. I'm actually going to put. I'm going to put that for, uh, put guards instead. I'm going exactly to put that as an option for a later paragraph. So, for sure, brother. Take care. How you doing with Banner? Yes, I'm awake, brother. I'm awake. More than awake. I'm doing for your homework. I'm doing homework. All right. Yeah, this is exactly what I was looking for. Exactly what I was looking for. Yeah, because emotional crisis, shot a gun, but like not against a student, but it was overwhelmed. All right. Not a student drew a weapon during a confrontation. No, 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 that's not. Oh yeah, it is. Um, Give me a three-sentence long paragraph explaining what would happen. There you go. Huh? How you doing, Aaron? Dalton, Georgia overwhelmed teacher Jesse Davidson, authorized to carry on the state school guardian program, barricaded himself in his classroom and fired his handgun through the window while students waited outside. The bullet shattered glass but missed the teens, forcing a full camp. Oh, okay, he shot the teens. All right. I don't know why I thought she was like she just shoot a window. Later admitted he just shot the window, but no. He cracked into lesson and discipline stress, pleaded guilty to aggravated assault against the students, and received 2 years in prison. 2 years? That's not too long, bro. Alright, what the hell can I do? Let me paste it, but then, so therefore I have room to work with. Ah, goddamn, yeah, I forgot about that. Alright, Doogie. Alright, because if I just paste it, I need to put it in my own words, because that's a case in Dalton High School in Georgia proves that please no one ever notices me. Yeah, but what's up? Like pasted in what's up, brother? It proves that an overwhelmed teacher can be teacher that carries a gun can be a hazard for the students. I don't know if I should put it. I don't know if I should put this before or after, like completely after I put this. The number one teacher that carries a gun can be a hazard for the students. Now, yeah, JC, Jesse, G's, I don't know how to pronounce it, Davidson, and authorized to carry by the Guardian program. What's barricaded, to be honest? Like I'm no barricaded, or I can say it in Spanish. Barricaded. No, I'm not gonna barricaded. Block or defend with an improvised barrier. Alright. And listen, what do you want, brother? What do you want? Thank you for being here. Appreciate that. And Jesse Davidson, an authorized to carry a firearm. I got it. Firearm by this. That sounds weird, but I'm gonna fix it later. Program. Barricaded. What's another word for barricaded? Another word for Because to be honest, I don't know how to use it. So barricade. What's up, Aaron? I'm gonna call you Paul because I don't know how to pronounce your first name, to be honest. Call Paul. I mean, I don't know why I said call. Blockade, obstruct, defend. Block, obstruct, close up. Um, right inside his classroom and protected the entrance because he was overwhelmed. I didn't pronounce it. There you go. I didn't spell it right. I don't know why I said pronounce it. Overwhelmed. And fired his gun through the window. Want to see why class hasn't started yet. Hadn't. Because this is probably started. Hadn't started yet. Alright, hadn't. The teens but force the entire school to be on lock now. And a SWAT team. I don't think the SWAT. Davidson, after being arrested, admitted that he cracked. I'm gonna call cracked. Under personal and professional stress. Alright, I'm done with this. Should I put the... How you doing? Hey, should I put the last... Yeah, like, under and pleading stress, pleaded guilty to aggravated assault against the students and received 2 years in prison. Should I add that? Or I should just keep it out of the paragraph. I think my conclusion will be this. Put cars instead. Yeah, because at first I thought, yeah, that's a great idea, but then I thought of it more and more and more, and I realized that it's not really a good idea to have um, like teachers who are clearly overwhelmed by students. I have seen a bunch of teachers being overwhelmed, like that overwhelmed on students that they just crash out on them, like freaking scream at them and all of that. So like if they had a gun, I don't know what would happen, to be honest. So The more I thought of it was, all right, no. But yeah, how you doing, Paul? I don't know if you can you hear me, Paul? Cause I answered you, but uh, wait, with Banner, are you gone? Well, you here? They no. I don't know why I was, yeah, yeah. Because if she's here, she would answer. If she's not here, she wouldn't answer. All right, so I'm not gonna put the 2 years in prison. Because why? Um, this shows that these shows. I don't need to put anything else. No, I'm out. Yeah, like a quick. Another. I already used another word. Yeah. What's another word for another? Another word for another. One more for an essay. No, no, no. No. Another word for another. A further additional, a second, an extra, a spare, a different. I have. What are the pros in having teachers legally killing guns inside school based on reasoned news about what about you da, 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 da. Gun violence. Let me see what it says, because I like the safety aspects. I guess on. Because I already said 2 wide no's, so I'll at least have a pro, so therefore it's a little maybe yes, maybe no, and then at the end I'm going to say I'm totally against it. Scene resistance. Ooh, and even. Yeah, I think that's a good first. And the other side. What he said. A reason to have the faster on scene resistance. Faster on scene resistance. faster unseen resistances. Alright, I'm gonna delete this one because it's killing guns and gives strength to use that would be good, but maybe I can use it to the final like the final thing. On the other side, a reason to have teachers legally carrying guns would be the faster unseen resistance. Wait, outside districts such as, huh? Give me cases to support my claim. For number 1. In case it didn't remember, I'm just gonna copy. Alright, yeah. The shooter fired 100 plus rounds in the first 3 minutes while officers waited. Oh, I like this one. Incident. That's not spelled correctly. Let me get this. Or an incident where what was this school? Dixon High School. Illinois. Were a 19-year-old former student opened fire in the gym lobby at 8 in the morning. A teacher called What can be the title of it? What can be the title? Alrighty. Can I'll think of the title later. All right. What can I? Oh, all right. Let me read it out loud. On the other side, a reason to have teachers legally carrying guns would be the faster and scene resistance. In 2018, an incident at Dixon High School, Illinois, where a 19-year-old former student opened fire in the gym lobby at 8 in the morning. Mark Dallas, I am only former source officer who also was a teacher, returned returned fire immediately, wounded the shooter in the shoulder, and neutralized the threat within 90 seconds, long before any police officer could step close to the high school. This shows that teachers teachers not only caring but also being trained to learn how to respond would be something something good. What something like something good, what's another word for something good? Something beneficial. Beneficial for the safety inside the school. I don't know if I should. I should change this because I didn't talk about it, or I just should do another chapter, like another paragraph talking about that. Yeah, I should. No. All right. This side. How the fuck you spell it? Collage. It's like I didn't spell it right, so it's just autocorrect. Impact on students, psychological impact on students and staff is also an important factor to this question. Psychological impact on students already. Alright. I don't know why I deleted everything. I should. Let me see. Which, alright. What are the psychological impact on students and staff if teachers carried guns, if teachers legally carried guns inside schools. Because I think of two ways. It could be beneficial to everyone, so that like everyone could like think, all right, this is going to be good because we're going to be protected, and if anything happens, we have the teachers which are going to protect us, or other the teachers would like fear the teachers. The students would fear the teachers for having a gun on them. That's one of the two. All right. Yeah. Psychological mind body impacts that have already been measured after school introduced armed teachers policies fall into three clusters. Heightened fear response equal measurable stress chemistry. Heart rate and cortisol studies done in districts that announce but none is post traumatic and anticipatory grief symptoms even without shots fired. Yeah, it's only bad. It's only bad. I don't want. I already said two things. Like fight or flight response. Yes, I like. Actually, I like that one. So maybe I should. Because I already have this. Which one of the other? Maybe I could put it inside of. I don't know. Maybe I could put this inside of this in some way. Or I can extend myself. Like, what the hell I'm talking about? It's my paper. I can talk about what I want. But I would like to. Alright, I'm going to do this. I'm going to use this too. So therefore I can. I need citations so I can, you know. Alright, so this is the thing. This is my citation, so therefore I have. Alright, responding to this question. Would greatly suffer from this policy inside in the thought of making the school safer by allowing teachers to carry guns. The students would feel unsafe and be on a state of flight, fight, or flight. There we go. Or instead of this, I should give me the citation for number one. So, because this one is good, but I think it relate like what I'm saying. It relates more of this. Higher than coastal studies done in districts 6 point higher 1 days on the firearms is visible during safety drills. All right. All right. I'm almost done. Well, kind of. So it's 2 to 3 pages long. But I would probably do like, so if I finish this one, this is the second one. If I finish this, um, this paragraph, I don't know why it freaking cost me so much to say. See, if I finish this paragraph, I would, um, I would be all the way probably like here, and then if I do my last paragraph, which is the conclusion, that would be more than 2 pages, so probably like around here. We'll see. This study is done by who? And study done in 2016.
Hade vi haft det? No.
A study, I don't know what's to put A study done in blah, 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 blah. Stacy Overstreet. Let me see. I'm gonna copy all of this. Yeah, I forgot about this. Tugi tugi tugi. Tuk tuk tuku. Tugu tugu. No no no. I could do this. Yeah, I didn't. Wait. Where's the other one at? Oh, this? Why the hell is this good and the other one whatever? 2016. Study done in 2016 by Stacy Overstreet and Sandra Chafolas. Connecticut. About the inform schools introduction to this push. What? Tara tara tara. especially zoo. Iju, I don't know, is it like that? Alright. And this study. Let's see. Students would be harmed by this legislation. There you go. And should be. See, this is a little weird. I don't know, but I'm gonna leave it because I don't want to do anything else. All right, now for the conclusion, right? Turkey. I have heard that you don't put in conclusion, so I'm not gonna put that. What's another way to say, in my opinion? As I see it, from my point of view, from my perspective to my mind, in my view, I believe that I believe that the legislation of letting teachers carry firearms in the premises and inside the school, in school grounds, would greatly harm the education that the kids receive. An alternative would be for the government to hire guards so that the students feel safe. I don't know how to say feel safe, like inside the classrooms, so they because they know the teachers don't have guns, right? Feel around their teachers and what? All right. I believe that the legislation of letting teachers carry firearms in school grounds would greatly harm the education that the kids receive. I think an alternative would be for the government to hire guards so that the students feel safe around their teachers. In trying to make the students safe, this would make them anxious when learning and would even make them drop out of school. I don't really, I feel missing something. I don't know what though, but I think I'm going to let it here. Um, yeah. All right, let me read it and see how it sounds, and I want to end the live here. Based on recent school gun violence news, some states like Texas have allowed teachers to carry guns inside schools. However, many worry about the potential for accidents, misuse, and the psychological impact on students and staff. The question is it worth it to trust teachers with guns near kids? To answer this question, there are many different factors to take into consideration. One of them is the potential accidents that involve having a gun around kids, as the incident that happened in 2019 at the Harold Independent School District, where a teacher's gun was accidentally fired inside a faculty restroom, shattering the toilet and sending fragments flying. Fortunately, no kids were present and no one was injured. However, this event changed the campus and forced an internal review on the district's carry protocols. This is just one example of the many hazards that involve carrying a gun, let alone carrying a gun around kids. And I'm gonna take out the cures. Um, Another factor would be the misuse of a gun by a teacher. Something to take into consideration would be that teachers are also humans. Therefore, they are capable of not making the right decisions when being overwhelmed. In my personal experience, I have seen abundant times where teachers have been overwhelmed with their students. The students don't behave, are being disrespectful towards teachers, or fail an exam. Whatever the reason might be, the question rises: what if by being overwhelmed they use the gun on a student? A case in Dalton High School in Georgia proves that an overwhelmed teacher that carries a gun can be a hazard for the students. Jesse Davidson, authorized to carry a firearm by the school guardian program, got inside his classroom and protected the entrance because he was overwhelmed and fired his gun through the window while students went to see why class hadn't started yet. The bullet missed the teens but forced the entire school to be on lockdown. Davidson, after being arrested, admitted that he cracked under personal and professional stress. On the other side, a reason to have a teachers legally carrying guns would be the faster on-scene resistance. In 2018, an incident at Dixon High School, Illinois, where a 19-year-old former student opened fire in the gym lobby at 8 in the morning. Mark Dallas, an uninformed resource officer who also was a teacher, returned fire immediately, wounded the shooter in the shoulder, and neutralized the threat within 90 seconds, long before any police officer could step close to the high school. This shows that having teachers not only carrying guns but also being trained to learn how to respond would be something beneficial for the safety inside the school. The psychological impact on students and staff is also an important factor when responding to this question. The students would greatly suffer from this policy inside the school. In the thought of making the school safer by allowing teachers to carry guns, the students would feel unsafe and be in a state of fight or flight. A study done in 2016 by Stacy Overstreet and Sandra Chofelis, named Trauma Informed Schools: Introduction to the Special Issue. Um, in this study, there is proof that students would be harmed by this legislation. This is proof when it says heart rate and cortisol studies in districts that announce armed staff police show students resting heart rates 6 to 10 bpm higher on real days, while chronic cortisol elevation mirrors the neuroendocrine profile seen in combat zones. Yeah. I believe that the legislation of letting teachers carry firearms in school grounds would greatly harm the education that the kids receive. I think an alternative would be for the government to hire guards so that the student feels safe around their teachers. In trying to make the students safe, this would make them anxious and when learning, and would even make them drop out of school. I think that's a solid draft. Of course, it's not perfect, but I think it's good enough. So yeah, I'm going to end the live here. I'll turn it on. I'm gonna end the live here. Was a weird live. I think I'm going to do this more often. Um, Yeah, I think I'm going to do this more often, just because of the fact that I'm going to do homework either way. So I might as well just freaking do the homework while being live, and maybe because most people just freaking want to spend the time by it, but like maybe someone else will do homework with me or do work with me. Why not? But yeah, so thank you for being here. Appreciate it. And I'm gonna do a live on the plank tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do a live of this type of live tomorrow, but I'm going to do it this week. So thank you. Drink water, do push ups, and lay life. Bye bye.